flow, we're going to be focusing on our Muladhara chakra, which is our grounding chakra. So there's going to be a lot of balancing poses in this practice. So to get started, let's come into or onto all fours. Separating your fingers, finding a strong foundation for our first pose. So that's where we have our shoulders directly over our wrists. Take a deep breath in. And on your next exhalation, you're going to round yourself into your cat tilt, arching your back like that angry cat. Inhaling, coming into your cow. So let's just start by warming up the body, by warming up that breath, rolling through our spine, starting to connect with that Ujjayi pranayama. So that is where you find the constriction, the hollowing out of the back of the throat to make that audible breath. Let's come into some barrel rolls by dropping to our right hip, sweeping ourselves over to the left, come through the left palm. Maybe we come forward to go back to the right. You can add your cats and cows here. So come up in through your cat and go out through your cow, rolling through. So getting a nice movement through your wrists, shoulders, knees, and hips. We'll change that direction. Getting a nice side body opening here. And slowing ourselves down, we come to center. Tucking our toes under. Maintain a cat tilt as you rock back. And then come forward into cow. Open up through your heart. Cat tilt. And cow. Feel the spreading of those collarbones. Connecting with that cat. Stay here. We're going to walk our hands to our knees, up our thighs. Coming into our intense toe stretch. So our feet are our roots, they're our foundation. So start to connect and open to your feet with your intense toe stretch. We'll slide down. Working all that out by wiggling the toes, rolling those ankles. And then come back to your cat tilt. Arch through, coming off of or onto the toes again and off of your knees to a hover here. And then inhale, come to your cow. So we're just adding that knee hover in our cats and cows. And feeling that core connection. Straightening out our legs. We're in our downward facing dog. As we sink our heels low, we sink that heart through. Walking the dog, we can lift both heels up, drop one down, and switch. So we alternate. So really think about making that exaggeration through your feet. Lift a heel, lower a heel. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Feel that heart space opening up more through the shoulders. We're going to inhale, level ourselves off into a plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So finding a flow here, going down and up. Inhale takes us down. Exhale brings us up. And the next time you find yourself in your plank, holding here, building strength, stability. One more breath. Let's come forward onto the tippy toes to bend our elbows, taking that slow descent down. Untuck the toes. Keep your hands exactly where they are. We're going to come up into a baby cobra by just lifting the shoulders, the gaze, and then lift your palms. Feel your back muscles here working to come into this back bend. Take one more breath, lift more. And come on down, tucking our toes under. Challenge, we push back to our high plank. Downward facing dog, sink the heels, sink that heart. Look forward, we're gonna take a step forward with the right and left. Coming into our fold, we're hanging out. Maybe take a shift through the knees and the hips, just still warming ourselves up, getting that body moving. Finding a nice fold here. Shake your head, yes. No. Make a circle. Change that direction. Let your head hang heavy. Finding the four corners of your feet, we push down to roll ourselves up. And the last thing that comes up will be our head as we come into our Tadasana pose. So again, working through our grounding, our stability, so our feet. I want you to lift all 10 toes and then push the pinky toe down. And then the next toe, the next toe, the next toe, and then the big toe. Lift them up. Take your big toe down, the next toe, the next toe, the next toe, and the pinky toe. Let's keep that going, toes up. So we go from out to in, and then in to out. We'll just work through those feet, getting those toes to move independently. So now that we feel a deeper connection in those toes, let's see if we could rise the heels and lower as we find a rock forward and back. As we bring those arms up, we find ourselves challenging that balance, that stability a little more. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, bringing it up. And then exhale, take it down, coming into our forward fold, hanging out again, feeling a little bit deeper connected into our feet. Soften the knees, palm the mat. We'll come to our first vinyasa flow. So remember, a modification is knees, chest, chin to your cobra pose. Again, maybe baby or maybe a big cobra. Come on down. Pushing up. Cat tilt, straighten out those legs. Downward facing dog. On your next in-breath, we're going to lift up onto our tippy toes to rise that right leg up for your three-legged dog. Flexing that foot. Just think about lifting the leg first. Think high, then up. Think straight, then up. Open up your hip. Stack right on top of left. Take your chin under that left armpit to keep your shoulders level. Bend the knee. Push that foot behind you. Maybe you come into a flip dog by dropping both feet down. We can bend the knees, flatten out those feet. And if your back is feeling warm enough, come into a back bend. Take that top arm, reach it up and over. Slowly we work ourselves back to our three-legged. To take a big step forward, we're gonna ground down through that back knee, fingertips. So we're in a low lunge here to go back just slowly, warming up by finding a nice flow forward and back. Ever so slightly, the right leg gets a little straighter. So the next time you have that extension, maybe those hands can walk back. Bow your head a little further. 5 toes up. When we come forward, back toe is gonna tuck. Lift off the back knee. We'll take that right arm and do a big sweep over. So coming into a nice rotation here. Sweep the arm down. Back foot's gonna take a big step forward. Straighten out those legs. We're in our fold. Halfway lift, we slide the hands up the shins to fold ourselves back down. Inhale, let's find that rise to reach. Maybe those arms stretch over the head as we can come into a back bend here. Palming the mat. Holding here. So we're going to start our balancing portion, rolling through the feet, especially that right foot. You're going to ground down. Inhale, you're going to bring the right knee up, flex the foot. Try not to allow the knee to get higher or lower than the hip, just level of the hip. Flex that right foot. Feel the left foot grounding down. Connect that Uddiyana Bandha, belly in. Breath is flowing. Take the arms out to the side for balance purposes. We're going to start to take a hinge forward as we push that back foot back. Balancing pose here, or warrior 3. Keep your arms back behind you. We're not going to challenge ourselves too much right now for this first one. And then sweep that right foot forward to ground down, Tadasana. When you're ready, as you bring those hands hard and center, that left knee comes up for our stork's pose. Just connecting through the right leg. So the pose doesn't happen until your right leg goes straight. Hinge forward, so leading like a teeter-totter. Sweep those arms back behind you. Push the foot back. And if you're wobbling, that's okay. That's where the work happens. Balance is tricky. Some days it's with us, some days it's not. Breath comes in. And let's go right into our fold. Halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold for our vinyasa flow. Maybe we go into that full vinyasa, chaturanga dandasana. Downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink that heart. Connecting that breath. Left leg lifts, 3-legged. Again, think straight and high. Tippy toes of that right leg. 3-legged dog, opening up. Chin tucks in under the right armpit. Staying here or moving into our flip dog. Parallel the feet. Back bending, lifting up. Sweeping back up and over, 3-legged. Big sweep forward. Ground down through that back knee. Fingertips as we come up and back. We go forward and we come back. If you need to, the hands can walk back walk forward, but if you can, keep them out there. Stretch and forward. Next time you have that extension, hold that extension. Arms sweep to the back to challenge that balance. Come forward, palm down through the right. Back toe tuck, sweep up, twist, gazing up. So where the gaze goes, everything else goes. Take a breath. Planting down. Bend that back knee, big step forward, fold. Halfway lift. We fold. Rise to reach. Inhale. Big breath up. Hands come through heart and center. And stork's pose. We lift the right heel, toes, knee. Flex that foot. When balance is with you, the arms can rise up. So maybe this time the arms stretch out to the T. Flex that back heel. Try to level. I know you can't see, but feel. Is the heel level to the crown of the head? Big challenge here. We drop that back foot and come into our crescent. Inhale. So we already found a nice rotation here. So twist, opening up. Back bending if it's available. That back hand finds the thigh. Front arm reaches up and over. Like a cartwheel. Let's frame the front foot. Step forward, fold, halfway lift. We fold. Inhale, rise to reach. Arms reach up and over. Hands come through heart and center. Inhale, left heel, toes, foot, flex. Find that focal spot straight ahead. Your drishti. Arms stretch out to the T. Flex. Push that heel back. Warrior 2, 3. Holding here. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Very gracefully. Soft bend in the front. Find the toes. Sweeping those arms up. Big breath. Opening out to the right. Back hand finds the back thigh. Front arm lifts up and over. Find that cartwheel. Stepping back right into your vinyasa. Up dog. Down dog, maybe rolling over those toes. Look forward, step forward. Straighten those legs. Halfway lift on the inhale. We fold. Big breath, rise to reach. Heart and center. All right, that drishti is forward. Inhale, stork's pose, lift the knee. We've been here before. Open the arms to the T, flex that foot. Find a rotation into your half moon. Maybe that palm grounds, maybe it stays up. Wherever you are, you're kicking that back leg up and out. Take a breath. We drop down to our warrior 2. Wiggling yourself in. Maybe move those feet. Coming into side angle, bend the elbow, drop to the knee. Maybe that palm can slide down. Top arm up. Or maybe over the head. Big stretch. Ground through the heel. And sweep the hand down. Frame the front foot, lift the back heel. Stepping forward, we fold. Halfway lift. So use the halfway lift. Regroup, gather up that core. Uddiyana Bandha. Reverse swan dive up, big breath. We come through heart and center. Inhale, knee comes up, arms come up. Exhale, warrior three. Arms reach out to the T. Flex the foot so the toes point down. And as we turn those toes out like an airplane twist. Good. Half moon. So we're pretty well set up to slight bend in that front, right into our warrior two. Viranadrasana two. Fingertips reaching, shoulders dropping. Tipping into our side angle. Fingertips up to the sky or over that head. Lovely side body stretch. Breath comes in. And palm the mat, lift that back heel, step forward. Straighten out those legs. You're in that fold. Hang loose. Reverse swan dive up. Big breath. Hips forward, shoulders back. All right, we're going to challenge ourselves here. Coming into that stork's pose, arms overhead, knee comes up. Can you straighten out that leg, flex that foot, lift those toes. Again, the pose doesn't happen until that left leg goes straight. Big sweep back. Try to keep the arms over the head here. Warrior three, push that heel back. Warrior one. Bend those elbows, cactus those arms. As we extend those arms straight, we wrap them behind the back, coming into humble warrior. Knuckles up, really snuggle yourself in. And palm the mat, lift the back heel, lift the back heel. So I forgot that vinyasa, do that last one, so we're gonna do it now. Up dog. Down dog. Sink the heels, sink that heart. Maybe take a cleansing breath in through the nose, through the mat. Looking at the top of the mat, that's where we're headed. Step forward halfway. We fold. Rise to reach. Big breath in. All together, arms up, knee comes up. Keeping those arms over the head. Straighten that grounded leg. Extend that left. Reach here, lift the toes, more. Lift the toes, more. Lace the fingers, big sweep back. So now really feeling like that teeter, totter, push that heel. Stepping back, warrior one. Viranadrasana one. Bend your elbows, goal post. Maybe we're back bending here. Arms sweep back. Lace the fingers the funky way. Humble warrior. We come forward to go down, snuggle in to the left. Hands frame that front foot, lift the back heel, stepping back. And downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink that heart. So let's just start to slow down, cleansing breath. In and out, through the nose, out the mouth. So we're going to start to crisscross. Step the right foot over the left foot over the right, crisscross. And then stop when you're about halfway into the mat. Heel toe those feet pretty wide. And we're going to come right down into our cow facing pose. So kick those toes out wide. Come on to your seat. Whatever knee is on top is on top. Just you remember, wiggle those those hips down. Arms are coming up and over. Let's start with the right arm over the head. Let's lace those fingers. Let's start sitting up tall, back of the head, pushing into the arms so you're not collapsing here. Tall spine. Maybe from here, lean forward. Coming up. Extend those arms out, maybe roll those shoulders a bit. So again, remember which one you had forward. We're going to come back up to, of course, switch. Step the other foot out in front, and we go down. Kick those feet out of the way. This time it will be the left arm that we reach over the head. Reach for those fingers together. So it could be like me, night and day on each side. There we go. Stay tall. And then come forward. Let's release. Sweep those hands back, uncross. Maybe we windshield wiper. Heels are coming to the top. Bottom is in the middle of the mat. Arms will reach out. We'll take a slow roll down. Drawing that right knee into the chest. Squeeze it in. Elbows are out. Shoulders are down. So supine twist. Right arm comes out. Left hand guides the knee over to the left. Turn your head to the right. So if that right shoulder's not down, maybe do some arm sweeps. Maybe eventually we get that shoulder to touch. Lift the knee. So we'll come into half happy baby. Take the knee out to the right armpit. Sole of the foot to the ceiling. Peace fingers, big toe. Arm, remember, is on the outside of the knee. So with this left hand, find your waist. So push your hip down. Energize that left leg. Maybe we could play with extending the right leg out. So this will help you with your big toe hold. Working on that hamstring flexibility. Let's bring that in. And of course, let's switch. Left knee. Give it a quick hug. Coming into our twist, guide the knee over, turn the head, so knee one way, head the other. Come on through center. Half happy baby. Sole of the foot to the ceiling. Knees on the outside of the body. Knee to armpit, heel to sky. Maybe you play with extending that leg. Bring it in. Bring your right knee back into the chest. Rock forward, rock back. So just massage your spine, just a gentle way to bring ourselves up. And let's find that Sitkasana. So heel in front of heel, not on top. Wiggle those sits bones down. Bring your hands heart and center. With our heads bowed a little bit deeper. So to talk a little bit more about our Muladhara, our root chakra. The color is red. Again, this is where we get our grounding, our stability. So I want to end here with a little question. Where in your life do you feel grounded, connected? Where can you draw in a deeper connection in your life? And as we think about that connection, we breathe it in and all the way down to the base of the spine, into our root chakra. So the next time we're feeling a little bit disconnected, a little bit fear-based, we know where we need to go to find stability. Bowing a little bit deeper into gratitude. Namaste.